Hey everyone, welcome to Fitness Fast Forward. We are super excited to have you on here. I'm your host, Lisa Simone Richards, a PR and visibility strategist for health, fitness, and wellness entrepreneurs. Let's all say hello to AJ Mihrzad, the Online SuperCoach. We're super psyched to have you here, AJ.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on here with you guys, so I'm super grateful.
Oh, love having you all the time. Your energy is always contagious. I would love for you to tell the group a little bit about yourself before I launch into having a question for you as well.
Absolutely. So I've been in the fitness industry for close to 20 years and actually launched my online training business in 2010. So it was, the same story why a lot of people want to transition. I was burnt out, getting to 5 a.m. work until 9 p.m., hours for dollars, could not sustain it long term. So I knew there to be a better way. And at the time, technology wasn't too great back in 2009, 2010. So transitioning was a bit challenging. But over time, I realized that to succeed online, you got to focus on three main systems. One, you have to have a marketing system that attracts online clients, a sales process that sells your services, and on the back end, developing a leveraged online virtual infrastructure that you use with technology. And the more that I just simplified the business for myself, I got to understand it and just start growing it. And over time, I started to speak at different fitness seminars about my online training, and a lot of people needed help with it. So then I developed Online SuperCoach, where I just use everything that allowed me to transition to scale my business. And now it's been about 5 years that I've been doing Online SuperCoach, just using the same three pillars: marketing, sales, and service to help people grow their businesses. Kicked it off in the year 2000. So we're getting, I can't believe the year 2000 is like almost 2 decades ago.
And also, I know, AJ, one of your specialty is attracting those high ticket clients, those high paying clients. How do you get high-end clients who can actually afford your offer?
There's three main ways to get clients online. You have your organic marketing, which is your social media email list, which is free. You have paid traffic, Facebook, Google, YouTube. Then you have partnerships, joint ventures with people who have your clientele that is not competitive. So of course, most people that are starting out, maybe they're not as savvy to run paid ads, if they don't have a big network to call on people to do partnerships with. But it all starts with the content marketing strategy, because you have social media at your disposal, the ability to go on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And the best way to start off attracting your high-end clients is, number one, you have to understand what influences them, right? The more you know about your clients' fears, frustrations, dreams, and desires, the more you can talk their language. And I find that if you develop your content to speak to your ideal client who probably has a lot of time, a lot of money, but not a lot of time, then you can start crafting your message. So for people that want to get started, I would suggest to really think about your dream come true client. Right? Let's say, for example, you want to attract male entrepreneurs age 30 to 50, okay? The best way to go about this is to start thinking about a male entrepreneur. What are their biggest problems? What keeps them up at night? Why are they not staying on top of their fitness? What distractions come into play? And then you start thinking about the solutions, okay? So in a very simple way, you could just make a list, okay? Problems of my ideal client. Write them all down, okay? Solutions, different strategies to help them, adding value to their life. And we get paid for adding value to the marketplace. The more value you add, the more money you make, the bigger your business gets, the more people you help. So one strategy that works really well is mapping it out. Like, in fact, I'm doing that here. Back there, you see a whiteboard. There's a line down the middle. This is what I do all the time. I'm always thinking about what problems can I solve through my content and what solutions could I give. So once you have the problems and the solution, you can use my simple content marketing framework. It is problem, process, call to action, okay? So being that I am my own avatar, male in the 30s, entrepreneur, one of the biggest problems I have is not having time to eat, okay? That is a problem. Are you a busy male entrepreneur and don't have any time to eat? Boom, hyper-focused. Yes, I deal with that all the time. What is a process? Okay, so I found that utilizing a meal prep company will help you save time, cooking, meal prepping, cleaning. In fact, I have a lot of resources for great meal prep companies that I've tested with myself and my clients, like this post and I'll message you a checklist of the top meal prep companies that you could utilize this week, okay? I find a lot of people create great content. They put a lot of stuff out there. They're just adding value, and that's phenomenal, but you have to have some type of framework that gets people to want to work with you. So I find that people that earn the most money online, they're really good at adding a lot of value, but also making a lot of offers. Because when you're making offers, you're getting individuals to want to work with you, to get closer into your world. And something as simple as like this post is a call to action that is super easy for people to do, right? They don't have to leave a comment or message you or DM you or go to the website. That's something where they raise their hand. Hey, I'm your ideal client. I need your help. You slap in their DMs and you start a conversation. Give them that checklist, add more value, talk about their struggles, what have they done, what they need support with, and then transition into a sales conversation.
But I notice a lot of entrepreneurs and online business owners who aren't making the kind of money that they want to. It's because they're not making offers. I'll be like, how many people did you make an offer to this week? And they're like, none. Like,
yeah.
What did you think was going to happen there? So talk to me about how someone can work through their fear of making offers, because I think a lot of the time it really just comes down to a fear of rejection. I know a lot of people will hide behind, there's a certain time and place for sales pages versus sales conversations. I find a lot of new people who may not have leverage put up a sales page and they're like, well, it's up, it should work now, and they're scared to have that convo. So talk to me about that fear of rejection and the need to make offers.
The way you look at it mentally, you know, I think a lot of times people look at making an offer as like, I'm pitching all the time, I'm this used car salesperson, and it's not like that. It's simply having a conversation, right? At the end of the day, you serve people, you transform lives, you have so much to offer. And if you just think about it, like an offer is just creating a conversation, being in a position where I could talk to a person, offer my services. If they're interested, great. If not, no big deal, you know? So I found in just, you know, in the past decade of coaching fitness professionals, the more conversations you have during the week, the more money you make. Simple as that, right? So conversations equal conversions. And the people that are going out of their way to message people, to put out offers on social media, to get people on the phone or through email exchanges, those conversations lead to cash flow. So if all you have to do this week is focus on getting 10 conversations with 10 people on your social media, I will guarantee you that'll make a massive impact on your business.
I love the simplicity you shared in that. The more conversations you have, the more conversions you'll have. It's really simple. Have 10 conversations this week. Like, nothing you said sounded overwhelming in terms of course, you know, you may have a funnel already set up, but it's not prohibitive. You can slide up into someone's DMs, which made me chuckle. The first time I heard that was at your event in October. But it's when you're getting into conversations on social media, sending an email, having a phone call, it really can be that simple. Like, you just made it sound so incredibly simple.
Oftentimes we get so inundated by all these marketing messages, like you need a funnel, you got to create a webinar, learn copywriting. I mean, it gets very complex, and that's one of the reasons why in the beginning when I was launching my business, I was in analysis paralysis. Man, there's so much I got to do, so much technology I got to learn. I got to be so savvy and ninja. And I find the simplicity of just serving others, getting out of your own self and just saying, I want to help and give and give and give. And being in a place where you have this amazing network on your social media, your email list, even your text messages. And if you just simply send a message out, hey, you know, how can I support you? How can I serve you? What are your goals? What are you struggling with? Just having these conversations, and people could feel that you care about them. And of course, if they're in a place of pain and they feel you could solve their problem, they're going to hire you before anyone else. I think very often, most people that want to develop a profitable online business, you know, like I said, they get so caught up in, you know, the Facebook ads and the technology and all these complex things. And I found that, like, whenever people come to me, because sometimes I get people messaging me or even clients, they're in a tough spot, right? So they say, I need to make $30,000 in the next 30 days, right? My mind just quickly goes into an algorithm, like the best way you could do that is to develop a high ticket offer and sell that, right? So let's say on a very simplistic scale, if I had to make $30,000 in 30 days, I would develop, let's say, a 6-month, $3,000 online transformation program. I just got to sell to 10 people and I'll make 30K. So that being said, if I put all of my effort on getting as much people on the phone and serving them, adding value, uncovering the biggest problems and making them a simple offer, $3K for 6 months, I will easily hit my goal. And I found that most people, like I said, they just get into their own head, or they don't think, oh, people don't want to buy from me, whatever the case is, right? They in a sense, block themselves. So what I'm doing, and actually, I was having a conversation with Jonah about this, about having people just selling 24/7. So I'm planning an event in November here in my house where I'm going to be locking 10 people inside this house for 3 days and have a person who generates leads for them. And all they're going to do is sell from morning to night. Wake up at 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. on the phone, calling people up, selling them, serving, selling them, serving. And I have a good feeling that in 3 days, this is probably the most money someone makes, not just on a weekend, but probably for the whole year, because the simplicity of just selling a high ticket offer, helping people, serving them at the highest level, will not only add an immense level of cash flow to your business, but you're going to be serving people at the highest level. The more someone pays, the more they pay attention.
When is the right time to create scale and leverage, and in what order do you suggest someone builds their business?
The name of my company is Online SuperCoach, and I have a concept that I share very often, is that we have this amazing superpower, right? These core skills that only we can do, they're very high leverage activities. And at the end of the day, we spend more time in our superpower, we'll make more money, help more people, but also master our craft. Everything that is outside of our superpower, we do 3 things. We're going to eliminate, delegate, or automate, okay? So I have a lot of my students starting off making a not-do list. What are all the things you do that take up your time but don't make you any money? That's a not-do list, okay? Start eliminating. Delegating, right now we're in the best time because we have workers internationally, virtual assistants in all these different countries that are amazingly skilled, and for pennies on the dollar, we could hire them to do tasks for us. Even locally, right? There's websites like TaskRabbit and Craigslist. You get people to do things around your house, in your business, for almost nothing. And then we have software, technology, apps that automate a lot of our processes to not deplete this precious willpower, right? Our discipline. It's like a fatigue that goes down throughout the day. The more things we do, we waste it, right? So a great understanding is that in the beginning, you don't have a lot of money, you have a lot of time, okay? So you're doing a lot of the tasks yourself, even if it's making a post on Facebook. Let's say, like this post, and I'll message more information, 100 people like it, right? So you have to spend, quite some time messaging 100 people all at once. There's a lot of things you have to do to, in a sense, learn. You have to learn the basics of marketing, the basics of sales, the basics of the technology, adding videos, whatever the case is. But once you are in a place of profitability and your time is limited, then you want to reinvest back into the business, right? Hiring a virtual assistant, investing in amazing software for productivity and automation, and at the same time being in a place where you're looking at, okay, how can I spend more of my time in a flow state from morning to night in my superpower, doing the things I love that make the biggest impact? And what are all these things that I'm doing that's taking up my time and energy? So the best advice I would give, this is good to do on a Monday, but for 1 week, literally take your working week, let's say Monday through Friday, you get up at 7 a.m., work till 5 p.m., write down what you do in 30-minute increments, okay? 7 to 7:30, 7:30 to 8, whatever the case is. It's gonna be so fascinating to see, one, how much time you waste, right? Because I do it too, I procrastinate, I screw around on Instagram. I waste so much time doing crap that does not really serve me or serve other people. But number 2, you're seeing that, wow, a lot of these things I could delegate. I could use an app to just do this over and over and over for me, or this thing is just not worth my time, right? It's a lot of time wasting activities I'm starting to eliminate because I like to simplify. When you simplify, you multiply. But when you get that awareness of these things take up so much of my time, but they're not making money. I'm not creating high-level content. I'm not getting people on the phone. I'm not serving at the highest level. Then you soon realize that if I get these things off my calendar and have someone that does it, right? The simplicity is to find people that like to do the things that make you tired, right? So you have high energy, you're focused, you're creative, and you're doing high leverage activities from the morning you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So it's just understanding that, and as you make more money, you reinvest into buying more time.
Could you guys share kind of like the synopsis of what those systems look like? Because I would love for our viewers to learn what those are.
The overarching system that encapsulates my online business and what I teach my students are the 5 systems to grow your high profit, low stress online business. This is a process that I put people through. I have a 2-day seminar that I do 3 times a year. And Lisa, you've actually been to one of my seminars, so you're familiar with these systems. And when I look at the past decade of growing my online business, and I think right now it's 620 people that I've put through my process, I saw like a simple pathway to grow, scale, and become profitable. And it's really these 5 systems. Number 1, it is getting clear on your target market. I feel this is the foundation of an online business. So many people are generalists and they want to help everyone, weight loss, muscle building, but that's such a saturated, demographic. I mean, there's billion-dollar companies competing for this space. So what you want to do is a specialist, kind of like a general doctor compared to a brain surgeon, right? Focus on a small segment of the population. Great example, busy moms, age 30 to 60, right? Dads, brides. I mean, there's so many different demographics you could work on, but also think about who is your ideal client. Who do you love to serve? You're this amazing superhero. Who do you want to be a hero to? Okay, once you have that as your foundation, then is how do you attract this person into your world? What are different ways on your social media, using paid traffic, connecting with people who have these clientele in their circles and they're not competitive, working on deals of getting these people into your online business. The third system is having a warm-up process. And I find this is a key reason why people get very discouraged with online training or transitioning, or perhaps they're getting people into a sales conversation and people are not buying. Warming up is very important because online, we oftentimes will never meet our clients in person. So you have this person on the internet, sometimes in a different country, asking you to make a big investment. There's a lot of trust required. Trust is the #1 currency when it comes to building your online business. So if you have a warm-up system, you got to think about it like when a person, let's say, sees your Facebook ad on a scale of 1 to 10 to like a 1 or a 2, who the hell are you and why should I buy from you? You got to get them to a 10 where they're ready to invest. So they have to know, like, and trust you. So there's a lot of different warm-up mechanisms that show people your value, your credibility, that build trust. But most importantly, people understanding you are the person that helps their exact problem, okay? Once they're sufficiently warmed up, the 4th system is a sales process. And there's many different ways to sell, right? Selling in person is the easiest, but then when you're going online, the second is selling over the phone. If you're good at selling over the phone, you can sell on a webinar, sell through an email. The hardest thing to sell is to sell on a sales page, right? If you know your clients and you're a great copywriter, you could sell high-ticket programs off of a website, but that takes a lot of skills. What I suggest is getting your skills up on the phone and then selling on a webinar, selling an email, and then obviously doing different automated sales processes. Once you sell your service, we go into the last system, and that's the delivery. How are you serving your clients, right? One of the great ways is having, let's say, a membership portal that takes all of your years of experience and knowledge, and it automates the coaching. So you're serving your clients, you're doing accountability, assessments, you're leveraging this amazing skill you have and getting them the results. Then over time, you want to scale, perhaps write a best-selling book, start a podcast, do live events, retreats. There's so many different ways to serve your clients, but I feel if you go through these 5 systems, it's a great way to get clear on your business, get started, but also build a long-term legacy with your online program.
And I think a common thread there is that it's all about sharing that lather, rinse, repeat formula. We don't need to come up with something brand new all the time. The shiny object syndrome has got to go. There's a specific strategy that someone can follow, lather, rinse, repeat, and then keep getting success on repeat. So the first question, we received this from Leonard Carrera. Seems like Leonard is a beginning coach, and he wants to know, what is the process of starting from zero, all caps, to making at least $2,000 a month?
In your mind, think about your ideal client, think about the ideal transformation you want to create for them. And let's just say you map out a 3-month online transformation program. You sell it for $1,000. And simplicity is just have the results in mind and how you want to coach them. If you don't understand technology or systems, use a phone call or a Zoom. Zoom.us is like $10 a month. This way you could coach them. You have something to deliver the value, okay? That being said, if you're selling a $1,000 program, all you have to do is sign up 2 people in 1 month. So every single day, put out high value videos, problem, process, and a simple call to action. Like this post, leave a comment, message me if you want more information. I guarantee you, if you're just putting out high value content, making great offers, and you're selling a 3-month online program at $1,000, I mean, $2,000, you might get that in the first week, you know, and then once you get the process, you can scale it up from there. But I would say that's the simplest way to go about it.
Marilyn Burrows has a question. When making your pitches to media, is each one always different? Do they sometimes repeat? Do you keep them the same?
Relevancy is where it's at. And nowadays with social media, you can quickly just go into someone's feed or their stories and what are they promoting? What are they fascinated with? Listen to their podcast, read their book, DM them with something very relevant to what's going on in their life. Congratulations, just got a baby, whatever the case is, wherever connection is. And then for news, it's the same thing. Let's say, for example, there's a best-selling book about the grapefruit diet, and it's all over the media. It's on CNN, local news. You position yourself as, hey, listen, I have a lot of opinions on the grapefruit diet. I am a fitness professional, and here's my track record. Here's what's good about it. Here's what's bad about it. Send them a little, press release. From there, the relevancy will put you at a higher standard because that's what's hot right now, and you're the expert. So, boom, opportunity.
If I'm an influencer in my local market and I have a lot of clients, but due to low prices, I can't reach my objective, which is $3,000 a month. How can I target English-speaking clients when I'm not a native speaker?
First thing that comes to mind is Facebook ads. Get well-versed in targeting your ideal client with Facebook ads. If you do not have any experience, Facebook actually has a free course called the Facebook Blueprint. You Google that. It's actual free certification course from Facebook. You can do it over a weekend. They teach you everything, the in and outs of creating an ad, retargeting, pixels, all the complex stuff. But you also get certified from Facebook because they're obviously the best place to learn from. Every week they're updating their content. And from there, you target your ideal client, English speaker, demographic, age, what are their biggest wants? You can now, target even like income, different professions, so on and so forth. So I would say that if I had to get very specific, I would just create a Facebook ad for that person.
So her question is, what is the best way to create joint venture partnerships with other people in the health and fitness industry?
And there's 3 main ways to exchange value to create a partnership, okay? So one is if you have a decent sized following, you could do a joint promotion. I'll promote for you if you promote for me, okay? So let's say if I'm a mom fitness expert, I'll find a mommy blogger who teaches lifestyle and tips for moms, non-competitive, and we have decent sized followings. I'll promote her blog, she promotes my services, okay? Number 2 is creating content. So this mommy blogger, oftentimes she runs out of ideas for content, wants to add value to her community. So you could even position her and say, hey, I would love to do a webinar or write an ebook for your audience, maybe a mom's fitness guides customized for your people, okay? So if you don't have a big audience, you could create content for them, right? Doing a webinar. We're all doing this together, collaborating, adding value to everyone. So that's another way. And the final way is coaching someone for free in order to get a promotion, okay? So that same example could position to the mommy blogger, say, hey, I will coach you for free. I have a 12-week, $1,000 online program, and I'm gonna get you in the best shape of your life. All I ask from you is to bring me 3 new clients a month. So whether you promote me on your blog, you refer people to me, just do email exchanges, I will coach you for free as long as you promote me. Simple as that.
So we have a question from Nat Weddle, and she asks, how do you get over the thought process of always having to give clients a deal? I feel like people are always wanting a better price for my services. I know my pricing is more than fair. I want the business, but I know that I'm worth more.
Well, you don't have to always give a deal. That's purely optional. You know, the whole thing is that if you find yourself giving discounts or, you know, bending over for someone's demands, they say you're too expensive, I'm sorry, I'll lower my price. Energetically, you're going to attract more people like that. On the other end, if you're very firm with your price and say, this is my price and I do not do deals, I don't do discounts, I'm very confident in the value that I provide. If you're looking for a deal or discount, find someone else. Oftentimes, you'll find that people will respect you more. They'll look at you as a person who really cares about their craft. And maybe you'll get turned down by the first two people, but you will attract better clientele. The only time I'd recommend doing a deal is if you utilize it in a sales process, right? Because on a sales call, urgency is very powerful. So getting someone's commitment to create a deal in that moment will make a big difference in your conversions. A great example of it is you say, hey, my 12-week coaching program is $1,500. However, if you sign up right now on the phone, it is only 2 payments of $500. The reason why I discount is because I love working with action takers. If someone takes action quickly, they implement quickly. So it's an action taker scholarship. You save $500 by making a decision right now. So that is a way of increasing your conversions, creating urgency, giving an incentive. But of course, if someone says, you know, even that, hey, 2 payments of $500 is not within my budget. How about I give you $100? You coach me for a week. So, you know, you say yes to that person, you're going to be saying yes to a lot of people that are going to try to negotiate with you all the time.
This has been such a fun experience. Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much, AJ, for sharing your time today. Thank you to Dono as well. I have loved doing this event, answering all these questions and coaching everybody. So remember, there is a replay coming out in a few minutes. It's going to take a while to download 3 hours of content, edit and upload it back. You guys will get that within the next 24 to 48 hours. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to send me an email at lisa@lisasimonerichard.com. And again, remember, when you first signed up for this event, there were some really free, amazing offers from all of the co-hosts. Make sure you take advantage of them. Stay in touch with all of us because we want to help you grow, scale, and create leverage in your business. So with that, thank you guys. Thank you, co-hosts. Everybody have an amazing afternoon. This was great.